Hey there YouTube, I'm Joe, you're watching my channel Ink&Iron, and I'm back with another first impressions. This is actually the second one I'm shooting of this tool, the SOG Poweraccess Deluxe. This is their highest tool count folding plier model. Comparing it to some competition today in the form of the Gerber NXT, or Next suspension, however you want to say it, and the Roxxon Storm. This is the second gen Roxxon Storm, roughly the same price as this now. I originally paid like 80 bucks US for this. It is now down to $64 if you buy direct from SOG. So there is a cost savings, but the reason this is the second tool is that, as you can tell by the video link in my description, the plain edge blade on this originally failed, and it failed hard. Like, I went to cut tape and this was not able to stand up. The blade, like, I went to cut the tape and it was just like blah, and just like totally bent back out of shape. So if you get a chance, definitely check that video out. But yeah, let me get this unpackaged real quick. Here's a quick look at the backside and we'll speed through the unboxing. We're using the Spyderco Chaparral with Casey Lynch wire clip replacement. Highly recommended clip and highly recommended knife review coming soon. Okay, so y'all wouldn't know this, but the first time I shot this video, I actually I was using this tool and showing it off, and just the most oil I've ever experienced on a multi-tool came out of this thing. And luckily this time it doesn't appear to be quite as oily. We do have the same problem of this stupid black fixture just shedding black stuff already on my hands. Yeah, I recommend taking like a toothbrush or even better, a brass brush, and just hitting this with some isopropyl alcohol and scrubbing it clean, because it will just shed black crap all over your tool for no reason. Yeah, this is a bead blasted finish. Oh, look, here you can see. I came prepared this time. I have a old t-shirt that we're just gonna continuously wipe all this stuff with, but here you go. This is the SOG Poweraccess Deluxe. Yeah, the pliers on this are pretty cool. I did use my other version a little bit, and this is the best part of the tool, in my opinion. The gearing system here gives you a 2-to-1 compression ratio, so you get twice as much force at the jaws as you are delivering to close the handles. The one consequence you get is that the angle of the handles has to be about twice as big as the jaw opening. So in order to get full width, you go straight out like this. Kind of strange there. But yeah, hard wire notch here. Soft wire here. Yep, very gentle bolt grabbing teeth here. And let's see the tip. Tips look good, about as well aligned as the first one that I got. Of course, the SOG branding on everything, because, you know, that's what they do. Slap their name on everything. There is a driver set in here which also has their name slapped on it. Yeah, Studies and Observations Group. They want you to know who they are. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the tool set here. All tools are accessible from the outside, which was one of the things that appealed to me about this tool. I'm going to save the knife for last because you know we're going to test it. One thing about this is that most of the tools will clump. So you can see this pulls out one of the, oh yeah, multiple drivers here. Interesting. But here's a saw. And in order to get the lock to fully engage, you need to fold the other tools away. Here's the saw. It appears to be a pull saw with the teeth facing more towards the rear. So they cut this way and clear this way. An okay amount of oil. This is a reasonable amount of oil. You can see my hands getting a little shiny. Before, it was literally, like, it had to be nearly dripping out of the tool. It was insane. There's a small lanyard loop here. I'm not really sure the best way to manipulate this thing. The last one, I don't know if it had this curvature in it. And yeah, it is, you can see I have a good thumbnail, and I just can't freaking rotate that thing, so, you know, good luck to you if you're a lanyard user. Yeah, the clumping tools is kind of the only way to pull these out. If you try to use these nail nicks, it's not really going to happen. They put them at the worst possible place for leverage. So yeah, also you can see a little bit of fit and finish, just ruggedness here. SOG, I mean, even the Gerber has a better looking finish than the SOG. Yeah, I got told after I posted the video of mine failing that yeah, SOG makes really terrible quality tools, and I was like, ah, cool. I had no idea, but now I'm definitely part of that club. That's not to say they're not usable, but I think the value for the money might not be here for this tool, considering this is my second one and I only used the first one for a day. So yeah, I'm a little skeptical at this point. I do know that the plier action is great. Really love it. Really smooth opening and closing. Really powerful jaws. It makes cutting, like I cut coat hanger wire and it was easy with this, and it's tough with my Leatherman Surge. So yeah, that 2-to-1 compression ratio really works in your favor. Okay, let's try and get this bit driver out of here. This is a pretty cool tool. This is what the whole bit set is about. Have an adapter. We can get it out of this sheathy thing. Oh, you know what? Can we just pull it out? Yeah, the fit and finish and usability of this tool is kind of lacking. Damn. See, that should not be that hard. And then, once you get it on there, there's a little bit of play, which I guess is acceptable for a, you know, push-on kind of tool adapter, but still, I'd prefer to not have it just be soft and wiggly like this. But that being said, you get the full range of tools here that they provide you. A couple of hex heads, a couple of 4 different Torx bits, 3 different flatheads, and 3 different Phillips, or cross drivers, if you will. These tools will have the same sort of deteriorating black coating as right here, so, you know, if you want to brush these off too, be my guest. Is there a halfway stop? There is indeed a 90-degree angle stop here, which is fantastic. This is, besides the pliers, I think this is the best addition on this tool, is this 1/4-inch bit adapter, because not only can you get better leverage doing this with the handles closed, you can open them all the way up and just freaking crank on something if you had to. Not that I recommend it, but in a pinch, you could. And then SOG has a warranty, as you can tell by my having a second tool for no cost to me, which was nice. You know, I'll give them that for sure. Even if the tool quality isn't where I would want it to be at the price point, the customer service did pan out for me. So that is a nice feature of SOG overall. All right, the last awl that I had was just garbage, and this one actually has a burr on it. Wow, okay. Well, that's good. The last one I had was basically useless. This one has potential. The burr is not perfect. You could do some light duty stitching with it since it has the hole in it. Kind of basic, that's fine. Maybe a little thin right here on the steel, but you shouldn't be, well, I shouldn't say that. I guess you can puncture stuff with this if you need to, I think. I will be putting that to the test. I was waiting for this tool to arrive so we could do a whole multi-tool showdown, so stay tuned for the first video in that series. It's going to be pretty fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, here's the saw. One thing about the the file. Wow. Here's the file. One thing about the file is that this hole that's cut out of it in order to be a nail nick kind of snags on material a little bit, just from my light experience with it. It does have a single cut on one side, double cut on this side, and a whatchamacallit, metal saw here on the bottom. You can see very, very tiny saw teeth. So if you have to cut like copper pipe or something like that, you can do it with this tool. Lockup is okay. All the tools locked up okay. You know what? I'm going to check this main saw, make sure that it doesn't bend out of place. Nope, it's good. Okay. So all the tools lock up on that handle. That was not the one I had issues with last time, so it was this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see that oil? You see all that oil on there? If you can't, let me show you. Yeah, nice. Okay. Here's the serrated blade, and it does lock up. It locked up last time, so that's good to see that that's consistent at least. I'm not a huge serrated blade user currently. We'll see if I get more use out of this in the future, but this design seems fine. Pretty similar to a Leatherman Surge, just a little sheep's foot with a whole serration blade style on there. Let's see, this tool is rather easy to extract, luckily, this big old Phillips driver. Here we go, a little more oil, a lot of oil on this side. This is a small flathead driver for sunglasses, eyeglasses, stuff like that. Fine scraping. It really is quite a fine point on there, and I think finer than any provided flathead on here. Yes, so this is a continuation of the flatheads they provide you in the set. You can see this one's the next size down. So that's nice. Locks up decently. I'm okay with that. Let's see. What is next to it? Bottle opener? Cap lifter? Yep. Dedicated cap lifter. And I guess there's sort of a usable flathead driver on here. That's fine. Locks up good. I like having a dedicated bottle opener just because I don't like putting wear on other tools that do other things necessarily. Although when you have a multi-tool in your hand, you can basically just poof, like pop a cap off, no problem. I do like this tool. This is a Phillips driver, and it is not quite central, but it is lined up pretty well so that your handle isn't rotating in such an insane manner. Let me show you on the Gerber here, right? You can see the handle swinging way out from where the tip is aligned. This one makes a little effort to try and be more in line, so that's nice there. What did Roxxon do? Oh, Roxxon solved the problem by putting the driver right in the middle. And this also has an adapter that fits over it, I believe. Is that right? I'm pretty sure it does. I kind of forget what came with this Roxxon tool. But yeah, it is mostly in line there. So they made an effort here at SOG, which is nice. And fully machined 3D, probably number 2 Phillips head. Yeah, one of the better locking tools. Okay, let's pull out the plain blade just to get at the can opener. So let me show you real quick the worst can openers I've ever used, and yeah, it shouldn't come as a surprise that I'm pulling these tools out right now. Where is it? On the Roxxon. Ah, here you go. This is a piece of crap, alright? And so is this one. This one right here. This is a piece of garbage. So these are the 2 worst can openers I've ever used, and unfortunately the SOG seems to be very, very similar to the Gerber. I will put all these to the test. There will be an upcoming can opener competition amongst my multi-tools as well as you know, testing out all the other comparable tools. But having a tiny flathead driver on here, for one thing, you already provided me a flathead driver, tiny one at that, so why even freaking bother? on a can opener. And 2, look at this grind. Do you see this? Only this is the bevel right here. That. It doesn't continue up here like a Victorinox would. It just stops right here. Very weird. I'm very skeptical about this working well because I've already tested the Gerber, and like I said, it's probably the worst can opener I've ever used. So yeah, their eerie similarity does not give me confidence at all. Yeah, not looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awful. All right, now the plain blade. So let me show you what happened last time. Let me just ball up this t-shirt. What happened was, when I went to cut a box, right, I snagged some tape and the blade bent back out this way towards the handles here. So let me just put some pressure on it, see if I can't get this lock to fail. It does look like the lock is flexing, but yeah, that is actually a solid lockup. So thank you, SOG warranty department. You did finally succeed in giving me a tool that works. Now all you need to do is not oil them so crazy much. It's not necessary at all. But you know, I'll take care of that on my own time. A couple of additional features here on the handles. Because the handles open identically on either side, you can actually use them as a makeshift whatchamacallit? Protractor? Protractor, that's the word I'm looking for. So if we open them all the way out, we can see that these little notches, right, notches in the handles, line up with these little notches right here. And I don't know if you can read that. It says 180 right here. 180, that's 180 degrees, excuse me. As we close them down, we start to meet up with other markings on here. So right here we have 90. That's supposed to be 90? Definitely skeptical of that. Like 90 for me should be, probably about here. So I don't know that that's perfectly aligned. It's, again, kind of a rough measurement. What else do we have over here? What does that say? I can barely read that. Super small markings on here. If your vision is not fantastic, you're going to have a bad time trying to read these. This is 60 degrees. Okay. Still looks a little wide to me, but there's a bit of slop in the mechanism, so you can't exactly get it perfect, right? Right, see that? A little bit. This is supposed to be 45. Okay, that one looks pretty close. And then 30 degrees. And so what you would do, I guess, is just take a pencil or something marking these outer exterior edges, and then you would draw them out and they would make approximately a 30-degree angle. Also, we have markings on here for metric and standard measuring. So what I would recommend is taking them out to 180 degrees according to our protractor, and then you can kind of lay them on a surface like this. I would probably lie them flat like this. And how far do we go here? We go out to 21 centimeters, or about 8.5 inches or so. So yeah, it can be used for rudimentary measuring of angles and small spans. So pretty good tool set. Very happy that they all lock now. I think my first modification is going to be taking some of this black coating off because it's just grody. I do like the aesthetic of the SOG Poweraccess Deluxe. I like the bead blast finish. I like that the plier heads are also bead blasted, because I had this qualm about the Gerber suspension that everything's bead blasted down here, and then you have like a satin finished plier head, right? Doesn't that just strike you as odd? That being said, this tool is about 65 bucks. This one's about 40. You can probably find it for less in certain places. And then the Roxxon here is, I want to say $55 to $60. So it's probably the most apt competition for this SOG. But in terms of size, like not even close. This is giving the Surge a run for its money in terms of size. So now that it works, I will definitely be carrying it. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, drop them in my comments section. I'd love to hear from you. This sheath I did get to carry for a day with this tool. It's okay. It's not any better than, say, something from Leatherman or Gerber. I'm not a sheath guy. I love a pocket clip, and so the sheath is kind of a next to best option for me. So yeah, if I like the tool enough, I will probably justify making it its own sheath, or maybe buying one off of Etsy or something like that. These kind of fit rather uncomfortably sharing the main compartment of this sheath, so what I would do is stick the tools in the sidecar here. Yeah, again, the sheath is not an elegant solution to the transport of this tool and peripheral tool set, right? Very wide, not very good looking, branded heavily. What is this? Oh, a skull. Great, with like a green beret. Yeah, very, very tactically styled, this SOG. Except for the fact that it's, plain steel and not the blacked out version. Alright, well, if you enjoyed this introductory video, please hit like and subscribe for more content. I've got more tools. This is a rake tool. I got knives, Spyderco Chaparral here. I also do writing and fountain pens. Got a Conklin, Kaweco. This is a Noodler's pen right here. So I feel like this kind of everyday luxury and everyday carry kind of good. Please stick around because I've got more content coming. But yeah, I've been Joe. You've been watching Ink&Iron, and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye.